This conference will now be recorded.
Uh, the first few minutes, I want to spend some time on explaining what is financial modeling and valuation. And I'm not sure what you had in your mind before joining this course, but I think I'll set your expectation right. And what is that you will learn by end of this program? What is that the key takeaway? Okay, so it's something that you're going to learn about it. Okay, so obviously the first question all of you will have is this one: what is financial model, or what is this financial modeling? Okay, anyone can just put it in the chat box. Do you have any idea what could it be? What is it actually? I mean, now you don't go to Google and check it, but according to you, just in one word or two words, what is that you might be expecting from this course? Or by the word financial model, what did you think? Presenting company's statement on PC, something related to company expenses. Yeah, I think the thought process is right. Absolutely fine. Nandini, Madhuri, others? No, sir, I just took it so that I will get some credit points. And I'm here because I was forced to, I have to take, it's a mandatory for me. I'm sure you'll have certain thing, those answers also. Okay. Yeah, I feel, okay, most of them are using the word predict. Okay, you like practicals, fine. Abstract representation of real life situation, expressing financial statement on Excel or something, helps in decision making. I think more or less all of you are able to give me the right words. Okay, so somewhere nearby you people are. All right. Have you ever thought that in future, maybe after your education, maybe one day I want to start a restaurant, or maybe a saloon, a beauty parlor, or even a boutique? How do you make decision? What things that come into picture? Yes, one thing may be brand. You have the passion, you have the money, but I don't think that is enough for you to set up and sustain for a longer period of time. Because if you want to start a business, I'm sure you want to become the best in that business field. You want to make money, you want to make it profitable. But did you ever thought about it while sitting in a coffee shop? What is this? How does this coffee shop run? Whether it's profitable or is it an under loss? Have you ever thought sitting in a coffee day, finding out how many coffees this guy sell? What is the price, selling price of that coffee? What could be the cost price? So how much profit is he making? So on an average, how many people will visit the coffee day? Maybe 100 customers, and probably on an average 70 to 80 coffees he will sell. Then all that is fine. Then he's going to pay money for rent, salaries, power, water bill, licensing. So he has to pay money for it. So what is that his take home? Right? You would have thought about this. And that exactly is what is, my friends, financial modeling. Okay. So you are going to analyze the company performance, the operations from a financial point of view. And that is what you will be learning in the class. Okay. So just to explain you what exactly, probably in a more technical way, to explain you what is financial modeling. Just a minute. And feel free to type any questions if you have not understood. Since it's a first class, it may take time for you and me to get used to the group and used to the way I teach, the speed of my pace, everything matters in one or two classes. See, financial modeling is like a core skill that is almost mandatory for anyone who wants to build a career in finance. It's almost important for anyone who wants to start his or own business or even useful for sales and marketing professional, as it comes handy in bidding the project, understanding the payback, utility of the campaigns. Whenever we need to make financial decisions, we make projections of what revenue and cost are likely to be. On the basis of such projections, we evaluate if it is a wise decision to invest on restaurant or a saloon or a boutique. Even in the stock market analysis, we look at the past performance of the company and we will project what revenue or a cost and the profit of the company are likely to be, and therefore whether we should buy, sell, or hold. Who is going to make this decision? Nothing but financial analyst. So you are trying to learn how to become a financial analyst, and that is what, my friends, you're going to learn in this course, how to be a financial analyst, right? You always have a confusion whether you want to buy a car or use taxi, or you want to buy a house or lease the house or rent a house. Which one do you think is the most saving for a longer time, right? Or maybe it could be stocks, whether you want to buy, you want to sell, you want to hold, we don't know. Maybe somebody will say sell, you sell, and the price will start increasing. But when you buy, after that the price starts reducing, we don't know. And how long you want to hold the stocks? Who's going to do this analysis? Financial analyst. And that's nothing but you people. Okay, so that's how. And what is that you will learn about the company? Now in the interview, the most frequently asked question is, tell me about yourself. Or it could be someone asking in the interview, okay Steve, one last question, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Right, these are general question, but when you start putting it to a company, what will you see Coffee Day after 5 years, whether it will stay or it will not stay, right? And if you really want to know what that company is all about, so financial modeling is all about projecting companies' financial performance. You cannot just forecast, you cannot just project, you need to do it based on logics, and based on the logics you will be able to calculate the value of the company, and that is what you will be learning in the class. What is that logic, on what basis you do forecasting, is what you're going to learn in the class. So financial model tells you a story, what the business has been doing, what the business is going to do, how is it going to do, how it is reflected in the financial. These are the answers which you can when you start doing a modeling. Okay, so that different types of financial models. It could be Excel modeling course, DCF, valuation modeling, M&A modeling course, LBA modeling course. So you're going to learn two or three related types of courses, different types of models. But as you go in advance, you're going to learn much more in depth. Okay, now this is one of the character. Hi, I am Mehul. I want to start a franchise of Tata Motors. Shall I invest 10 crores in it? Who's going to answer this? Financial analyst. I want to bid for National Highway Pune to Bombay project. I want to invest 1000 crores. Will I make profit? Financial analyst will answer this, which will be based on project finance model. Then one of my clients want to invest in capital market. Can I buy a share of Reliance at 600 right now? Should I hold it? Should I sell it? Buy it? Who can do? A equity research professional, but they depend upon financial modeling. So equity analysis point of view, right? I'll give you one small example. Okay, just a minute. Should I sell a HDFC Bank? Is the share price of Coffee Day overvalued or undervalued? Should I buy Infosys share for 750 now? We don't know. Only fundamental analysis will be able to reveal you. I'll give you one example over here. If you had invested rupees 10,000 in Wipro's share in the year 1980, can you take a guess what would have been the amount now? That 10,000 would have become how much? Can you take a guess? Come on, just give me a random number. What is your analysis? Remember, you're going to be an analyst, so you need to start analyzing things. Just give me a random number. Okay, Vaishnavi says 10 lakhs. Others? Come on, there are 48 people in the class. Okay, 10 crores. Okay, fine. You'll be surprised. By now, it would have been around 741 crores. I'm not joking. You can just check in the internet. You'll get the answers. So if you had invested 2 lakhs in Wipro in the year 1980, it would have been around 8,000 crores. Same thing. The stock price of Eicher Motors means your Bullet Royal Enfield was just 250 rupees per share. Now the share is 24,200. Right? So even this is interesting. Facebook bought over Instagram for 1 billion in the year 2012, but the value of Instagram here now in the year 2020 was 105 billion. See, maybe Instagram shouldn't have sold it to Facebook. Maybe Instagram would have been bigger than Facebook at one point of time, which is now, but that time Instagram did not think about it. So if you do not have a right financial analysis, there's a huge money which you're going to miss out. That's something called merger and acquisition. I'm sure you'd have seen Idea and Vodafone coming together, Flipkart and eBay coming together, or Facebook and Jio joining together, Ola and Foodpanda. You think simply they will join? Simply they will start merging? They will definitely merge the financial statements of the both the companies and see whether they're complementing each other or is it a competitor, whether it's going to help them out to reduce the cost, all those things which a financial analyst will do it. And that's what you will be learning in this course. Even something called capital budgeting, okay, inventory management. So those are the things which you should be having it. So at the end of the day, the summary is, how do I invest? I want to bid. Can I buy the stock or amount of acquisition? Should I buy Idea? Should I buy Geo? Should I buy Airtel? At what price? Right? Is it going to help my company? Or, for example, wrong financial analysis is by Kingfisher. They bought what? Deccan Charger, A Deccan, and what happened? The business just collapsed. So if you don't have a proper acquisition, again your company is going to go down, right? So this is all done by financial analysts. So financial modeling can answer, should we expand the product range? Should we build more branches? Do we need to build more factories? Should we buy more raw materials? Should we hire more employees or downsize? What will be our ROI, return on investment? Will the company make profit after 5 years? Should I take franchise or start my own business? Okay, should I buy a factory or maybe lease out a factory space? There's so many things that can give you answers if you analyze it in a right way. So definitely you might ask, for which company will use this? Who is going to use financial modeling? All right, see, the answer for you is here. Sorry, this one. So financial modeling company who uses is investment banking, equity research company, private equity and venture capital, corporate finance companies, banks, consulting firms, credit rating firms. And if you see below, there are all the companies which uses. See, one thing you should understand, financial modeling is not a separate job. It is a skill you require if you want to stay in the financial field for a very long term. Tomorrow you want to become a chief finance officer. Tomorrow you want to become a finance head. Not required. You want, you can write it down, certain things which will always be helpful. You can, because if you're just staring at the screen, after 10 minutes you'll get bored. So if you have a book and a pen and your involvement will be high and you start noting down, and if you missed out something, probably you can refer it after the class. So that's again purely your interest. Okay, it's, I will not force anyone that you have to take notes. I'm not going to dictate you any notes over here, but again, it's going to be a professional way of teaching. I teach my best. It's up to you whether you want to learn it or not. If you don't want to learn it, absolutely fine. Okay, but I would advise you, spending so much of time, the money, everything, I don't think any learning will go waste. Definitely it'll help you. And remember, friends, tomorrow you're into finance field, whichever industry you join, it could be retail, it could be hospitality, it could be Air Force, it could be IT industry, any finance field you are in, this skill becomes a part of your work. It's not necessarily, it is just only the job, it is a skill which you will possess, and you might have to have it for any finance company or a job you are going to stick on to it. So that's why this is something which even the employers, the HR people will also expect that you know a little bit of financial analysis. Okay, so that's something which you don't learn in the college, it's something which you're picking it up now. Okay, it's not tally, it's not something which you can learn anywhere by YouTube. Even when you go type YouTube and look for financial modeling case studies, you may not get as much as what I'm going to show you in the class. So this is not available even in the internet. So it's something unique skill which you're going to learn and embrace it. Okay, so this is how the companies are using it. But right now, what is a procedure for you to build a model? Okay, now what is a model? A model is something which will convert input into output. That's all. You're going to put all the inputs, interpret the data, convert into output. That is all about model. Okay. So that is what you're going to learn about it. Have I missed out anything? Great. And we will be using Excel sheet for us to do analysis. And that's the reason first we will go through certain commands, shortcuts, certain method of doing things in Excel. So first 2 to 3 classes, let us do a revision about Excel. Once you all of you are very much in the same line and everybody's little comfort with Excel, then I start putting it on the case studies. Okay, so that's what I have shared the Excel file to you in the WhatsApp. Please open up that and we will do parallelly, and you can also work along with me. In that way you are occupied when I'm teaching. And if you're that's the reason I said please download the file in your desktop and be ready. All right, how many of you are having this sheet in front of you where you can work along with me? Just type E for Excel. E for Excel. Just type E. Oh, quite a few people. Not bad. Fantastic. Okay. So if you have opened over here, let's not go for the formatting at this point of time. Let's go to the next tab, which is called SUM. Can you see in the bottom? There's something called SUM. Now, before we do any calculations, please understand the whatever analysis we are doing, it is everything with respect to Excel, I said. Now, when we do any kind of calculations, obviously addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication plays a very important role. Okay, then there's a square root, then there's power. Okay, all these things, basic fundamental things, you should be very strong, powerful, so that when we start working on Excel or case studies, this Excel should not be a problem. Okay, so we'll go one by one and understand. And if you're not able to understand, then let me know. I will repeat again. Okay, you're here. We are on the sum. Just to do on the basic sum calculations, you look at on the right side. So many things you can do. So many varieties you can do. Okay, but I will not confuse it. Two methods I will teach you. One, equals. Now what is equals? Any kind of formula you want to apply in Excel always starts with equal. If you don't put equal, it can become a text or a number. Okay, so if you want to do any calculation, any formula, it always starts with equals. Keep that in the mind. And second thing is, there are only three way of inputs: number, letters, symbols. Okay, or I can say logic functions. Understand this. If I put 1, 2, 3, the numbers always stick to the right side of the cell. Okay, if I put A, B, C, the letters always stick to the left side of a cell. Logic, true or false. Now when I put T, R, U, E, it is always at the center of the cell. So with this, you will understand whether 1, 2, 3 is a number, or ABC is a number, or true or false is in the center of the cell. Now tell me. So that is very simple. No, sir, it is not really. Now if I type 1, 2, 3, now tell me if this 1, 2, 3 is a text or a number.
Text.
Exactly, it is text. Okay, because even though the numbers are there, but the format is in the text. So this is something you should know. I hope you are aware what is column, what is a row. A column is nothing but horizontal representation. Okay, and usually it is represented as A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma E. Where is it? Here. Can you observe? Sorry, it is not horizontal, it is vertical. My bad. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, it goes on. Whereas row is nothing but horizontal representation. Spellings is little bad, just adjust, and represented by numbers here: 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, when row intersects with column, then you call it as a cell. So that is nothing but, if like D and 15, if you see here, it's intersecting, that's nothing but a cell. Set of cells are called as range. Means if I just select some cells, this is a range 17 to 21. If I select like this, G to H, that's a range. Okay, so these things you should know: common, number, letters, logic, column, row, cell, and a range. These are basic things you should know about it. I hope you are aware of it. Now I go for the sum, and I told you any calculations, it starts with equal. When you put equals, for you to activate, and you're going to add it up. So just type SUM. Open the bracket. That means your formula is active. The minute you see help over here, see number 1 comma number 2, that means your formula is activated. Now I need to select the numbers which I need to add. So select 80, comma, select 36, comma, select 83. Close it, enter. You are able to do it. Same thing. I can do one more way. Sum. Click on tab button. What is tab? On the left side of your keyboard, you get to see a tab button, TAB. Just click on tab. Automatically, the brackets will open up and formula gets activated. Now, just rather than doing one by one, I click on 91. Do not release my index finger and drag it from the center of the cell to where? To 60. Now, this C4 East to E4 is a range. Close the bracket, enter. So this is where two things you can do. So equals sum, click on tab, select 44 up to 92, drag it. Same thing, sum, and this. You get the numbers. If you want to add all the totals, Alt equals shortcut, alt equals. Okay. So you don't need to do this, just try this, equals sum of a comma b comma c. Okay, that is also possible. So if you want to add all the totals, just press alt and equals. So I'll repeat, alt equals, you will get. It's a simple thing. I'm just revising. Don't think this is financial modeling. What we're doing as a topic, you see the file name Excel refresher. Okay, it means you're just refreshing some Excel concepts. Type yes if you are able to follow how I've explained. Fantastic. Thank you for the response. Then go for subtraction. Now, when it comes to subtraction, then again, a lot of people will do what I'll tell you, equals SUB. Okay, but there is no such thing as SUB, or there is no something as minus. Okay, so if you want to subtract, what does it says? This is a product, TV, CD player, iPad, BlackBerry, everything. Sale price is given, cost is given. So what is the formula for profit? Sale price minus cost price. That means I need to subtract it. How do I subtract it? Equals, take your mouse, place it on the 40,000. Next to zero button, you have a minus symbol, and select the cost, enter. Same thing, 50,000 minus. So minus is just the symbol. So there is no SUB, MINUS, minus, nothing. Same thing, 60 minus 5,600. Same thing, 33,000 minus 31,000. Okay, and I'll not do it continuously. That's how. So please don't forget, next to zero button, you have a minus symbol. So that is how you subtract. Let's go for the next one, multiplication. Multiplication starts with the star button. Where do you have the start button? You need to press shift button and number 8 on the top. That's where multiplication will come into picture. So sale price, units sold. I want to know the value of the TV. So obviously multiplication equals 40,000 shift 8 200. Next one, 5,000 shift 8 4,000. Same thing, 6,000 shift 5,600. I hope you are able to do along with me. Any doubts, please ask me. 33,000 shift 8 into 37. So please remember this. I know it looks very simple and easy, but remember, I know a lot of students will make mistake, because when we're doing case study, that time you will think how to do multiplication, how to do subtraction. So that's the reason I'm starting from the basic fundamental. So this is multiplication, shift 8. Next you have division. What is it asking? Sale price, units sold, but it is asking price per product. So equals 40,000. Next to right arrow mark, or you have something / divided by 200. You get the answer. And see the numbers, it's going towards the right side of the cell. Equals 5,000 divided by 4,000. Same thing, 6,000 divided by 560. Same thing, 33,000 divided by 310. That's a simple thing. So when it comes to multiplication, shift and the number 8. When it comes to division, / check in your keyboard, you should be able to find it. Then you have average. Average is very simple, just equals, type AVERAGE and click on tab button, average. Select all the numbers which you want to take the average. Close the bracket, enter. And we know what is average? It's nothing but sum of numbers divided by count of numbers. I think we are all aware of it. We were learnt in school. Same thing. Equals average. Click and drag it till the edge of it. Oh, close the bracket. Enter. So you were able to get the average. Then you have square root equals SQRT. Click on tab, square root, and select the number, close it, enter. Square root of 25 is 5. Same thing, SQRT 121, close it. Same thing. $625, close it. So you got the square roots. Okay, so please don't forget it is SQRT, open the bracket. Then you have power. Okay, power 5 into 5 into 5. What I can do is equals 5 shift 6 button 6. And how many times of 5? 4 times. 625. Or you can go for power. Open the bracket. Type 5. How many times? 4 times. Close it. You get the same answer. So it depends upon your convenience. You can go for power. Next is sum product. Sum product. What is, as the word itself says, this function will do both sum and product at one shot. So this is also important when we're using this case study. I'll show you here. Cost of the product, number of products sold. So revenue will be equals 20 shift 8 30. Same thing I have to do, 200 shift 2. And again 19 shift 8 56. Okay, so if I do this, this is the revenue for each of the product. Now I want to know the total revenue of all the products equals sum of all of it. Close the bracket, enter. This is the answer. Now it takes a lot of time and it has 2 steps to do. But if I use this function sum product, I can do it in one shot. I'll show you how. Equals sum product. See how I'll do it. Select all the cost of the product at one shot, comma. Now select all the units sold at one shot. Close the bracket. That's it. One step I'm doing. Let me see if I can get the same answer or not. Enter. Same answer. So that's an advantage of sum product. Now, can you try doing it for the case 2 and give me the answer? I'll wait for 1 minute. Wow, that was fast. Okay, now I don't have to do all of this multiplication. What I can do is equals sum product, select the number of employees, comma, and all the monthly salary per employee, close the bracket, enter, you get the answer. But they're saying salary per year, so no problem. Into 12, right? 12 months. This into 12. So total salary per year is 9 crores, 16 lakhs, 20,000. All of you are able to understand how this sum product works? Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
can you show the per year function?
Yeah, no problem. No problem. See, total salary per month is 76 lakhs. So that 12 months in a year. So it should be multiplied by 12. How did I do? Equals this shift 8 into 1 to 12 months. Okay. I did not do anything. I did the same thing as the case 1. See, what does it says? Number of employees are 15. Monthly salary per employee is 2,000. So that means this manager, how many managers I have in the company? 15 managers. And each manager, how much am I paying? 2,000. So that means total salary will be equals this multiplied by 15. Now I have to do the same thing for all the employees, and then I need to sum it up to understand what is the total salary I have to pay every month. But rather than doing this, 2 steps, what I did equals sum product. So first I selected all the employees, comma, then I selected all the monthly salaries, closed it. So what it'll do, it'll only multiply, it'll only add and give me the final results. But this is per month. I need it per year. So equals, select that cell, multiplied by 12. How you know multiply is shift number 8, right? So I avoided the steps. Okay, only please just answer for the person, for the people who did not understand and asked me to repeat one more time. Is this clear this time? Okay, fantastic. All right, the next, copying and filling. Now this also plays a very important role. There are different ways of copying, and what you need to copy, what data you want also matters. Now, if you see the orange one, same as the original one. Simple, we all know. Select this entire table, Control C, which will copy. Then select a cell where you want to paste. So to paste, it is Control V. Okay, so Control C means copy, Control V means paste, same as the original data. But I want only the values, means I don't want this blue in color, I don't want this table, I just want what is the data inside the table. That means I want only Rita 10, 25, Nita 20, 35. So I want the data only which is inside the table. That's what it says, only values. How do I do it? First select the table, Control C, table gets copied. Select the cell where you want to paste it. Right click from your mouse. You have something called paste special. Click on paste special. You have values. select values, and okay. See, only the data I was able to find. So I'll just repeat one more time. First, select the entire table, Control C, select the cell where you want to paste, but don't type Control V. Right click from your mouse, paste special is there, click on values, and okay. Now I want only outside table format. I don't want inside data. That is what called formatting. What I can do, same thing, select the table, Control C, click the cell where you want to paste, right click, paste special. Now instead of values, click on formats, and okay. Now you only saw the exterior data. Here you got interior data, here you got exterior data. So that is called as copying, different way of copying.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me,
Please repeat that step, sir, again.
which one, values or formatting?
For formatting, sir.
Values you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I meant to say is, I just need the exterior data. I don't want the data which is inside. What is exterior? This table format, blue in color, only that one. So what I did, select Control C, select the cell where you want to paste. You have selected that cell. Again, right click. You have something called paste special. Click on it. Now instead of which you did it for the last problem, now just click the format. So it will only give you the external data. Click on OK. So it gave me the rows, columns, the blue in color, which is colored, same thing. Just I'll color a different one here. I'll color this one. This one I will color green in color. I don't want the data. Copy. Click the cell where you want to paste. Right click, paste special, format, and OK. See. Is it clear? I'm not sure who asked that question. Just type yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. Now you have advanced fill. What is advanced fill? Means flash fill. There are two types of fill. One is flash fill. The other one is copy cells. You all would have learned it. It's not so difficult. If I just put 10, if I want to drag it down, select the cell, take to the edge of the cell until you find a dark plus sign. So I'll show you. Take to the edge of the cell. Now you see black plus. That means it's been activated where you can drag it down. Now when I drag it down, same number will come. But I don't want 10, 10, 10, 10. I want 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No problem. Click on this plus, something called fill series. It's changed. Same thing. If I put just Jan, Feb, okay. Now take to the edge of the cell, drag it, April, May, June. But if you want only Jan, take to the edge of the cell, drag it, click on this button, click on copy cells. You only get Jan. But you want series, click on Jan. If you want Feb, click on April, May, June. But if you want only Jan, take to the edge of the cell, drag it, click on this button, click on copy cells. You only get Jan. You only get Feb, click on April, May, June. But you want series, That is also possible. Same thing. Monday, take to the edge of the cell, drag it, series. But you want to copy, same thing. So that is something called flash fill and copy cells. Okay, please note down this in the book, what all functions we're trying, and I want you to practice after the class so that we start learning little advanced concepts of Excel also. Because this program is not about Excel training, but I want you to have a warm up on Excel for first 2 classes so that we start learning the financial concepts. This I will come back to you in the coming classes. Then I go for flash fill. Some more are there. This is easy. Now if I want 165, that is the center one. Observe this. And I want 540. I want 980. I want 876 in here. Or I want the first 4 digits. I will type 1000. I will type 1001. Okay. Okay. So now I select all the cells. Control E. See, automatically it will give them. Just type first 2 cells manually and then select all the cells and press Control E. Automatically it will know the pattern. E means extract. Okay. Now observe the next one. What does it says? Last 3 digits. Okay. 100, 101. Select from 100 till the last cell. Control E. I got it. It is asking middle 3 digits. Just type 165, 540. Select this cell from 165 till the end. Control E. See, it could get the pattern from it. Can you try the first alphabet and the last 2 alphabet and tell me if you're able to do it? Are you able to do it? So I want the first alphabet, capital M, capital T. Select it, Control E. Same thing, AY, Control E. Fix it up. Why I have particularly picked up these topics is somewhere or the other, all these things will help you when you're building a case study. So you should not forget all these things. So I'm trying to build a foundation for you. Okay. And then you have transpose. What is transpose is converting rows to columns and vice versa. Columns to rows. What do you mean by that is Please observe carefully. The table is represented in a vertical format. Same table I wanted to be shown in a vertical format. So suddenly this row 3 where you have credit card 2008 2009 suddenly changes to 3 4 5. In one step I want to convert this data in the form of this vertical data, horizontal data. How do I do it? Simple. Please observe carefully. Select the table. Same thing. Control C. Paste. Click on a cell where you want to convert. Same thing. Right click. Paste special. Now instead of values, formats, scroll. See the last option. Transpose. Click on the button. Click on OK. See what happens. One shot. Now same thing, I will select this horizontal data, Control C, select the cell where you want to convert, right click, paste special, transpose, and OK. Can you try? I'll wait for a minute. Okay, I think most of you are picking it up very fast, which is very good. Now you have formatting upper characters to lower, means this converting the capital letters into small letters, small to capital. As a word itself says lower and upper, should not be a difficult. Equals lower, open the bracket, select the cell on the right side, close it. One shot it converts into lower capitals. Take to the edge of the cell and drag it. It will apply for the all of it. And if you observe, everything is in small characters. Same thing, upper characters equals UPPER. Select the cell, close it, converts everything into capital. Take to the edge of the cell and drag it. Everything gets capital. I'm going a little fast because it's a very fundamental and easy to understand. Proper is what? It's like your name. First letter of the word is always capitals. So proper, open the bracket and select it. Low. Oh, sorry, only one cell. Don't make mistake. Proper, open the bracket, select Divani Fashionscape, close it. Look at it, only the first letter of the word. Observe every word, it's only the first letter of the word is capital. That's a proper. So I think this is simple. Proper, lower, and upper. Okay, let me not go left, right, mid because it's not so useful at this point of time. Okay, sure. Which one you want me to repeat? Upper, proper, or lower?
So
Yeah. Sorry, I think I'm not able to hear you. If you can, all three. Okay, no problem. No problem. See, if you look at the word Divani Fashionscape, all are in capitals. I want to completely convert into lower characters. Equals. So you know what is capital letters, right? A, B, C, D, right? Small letters means A, B, C, D. So same thing I'm going to do. Equals lower, open the bracket, click on Divani Fashionscape, close it. See the left side, all are capitals. I converted into lower capitals. Now I'll select Central Coalfields Limited equals lower this, close the bracket, enter. Now observe everything is in small. Now Kali Krishna Investment Private Limited, everything in small characters. I want to make it capital. Upper, open the bracket, select it, close it. See, everything is in capital. Divani Fashionscape, only the first word is Divani. In this D should be capital. In the Fashionscape, only F should be capital. Equals proper, open the bracket, Divani Fashionscape, close it. C, D and F are capital. Okay. Don't go for this left, right, middle search lens, not required. Go for the next one, trim. Trim cuts all the unwanted space. The Fashionscape does not need any trim. Now see, Jane Financial Service, but between Jane and Financial, there's a little more space. So trim it like TRIM, open the bracket, select Jane Financial Services, close it. Can you see that space has been cut down? So any blank spaces, trim is used. Even central coal is a huge space. So equals TRIM, open the bracket, select Central Coalfields Private Limited. The last one, if you observe, initially there is a space. So what you do, TRIM, open the bracket, select this, close. Now see what happens. The space is cut. So that's the function of trim. Any doubts? You tell me. You can use multiple formulas, definitely. I will be showing you in the coming classes. Now I'm just putting one formula and showing you. You can try it out. It's a good question you asked. Let's see whether we can try. So your friend is asking, can we do upper and trim together? Let's try. Equals TRIM. Or first let me do upper. Trim. Jane Financial Service. Close it. Close it. It removed the space and it also increased the small letters into capital letters. Same. Here also I will do upper, trim, and select this cell, close two brackets, and enter. It did two things: remove the space, convert small letters into big letters. Same thing I can do here. I'll make it lower, trim, and Divani fashion skill. Yeah, I hope I have answered your question. Next is count. What exactly is a count? It will count the numbers in all the cells. Now, can you tell me from 3 to this particular cell, how many cells have numbers? Can you manually count and tell me? How many cells have numbers? 7. Let's see. Instead of doing manually, let's do with a function. COUNT, open the bracket. From 3, select it, drag it till the last. Close it. You're correct. Now from 3 to this end, doesn't matter whether it's a number, letters, error, how many cells have been filled with something or the other. How many cells have been filled with something or the other? Are you sure? I said something or the other. Something should be filled. It can be anything, any nonsense also it can be filled. 9 cells. So that is a function of count A. COUNT A. A means all. Whatever has been filled. Now from 3 till to this cell, how many cells do not have anything? That is what you will get it here. Equals count blank from 3 to here. Close the bracket. So count blank will count number of blank cells. Just the count will only count only if there are numbers. Count A, whether it's a number, letter, special characters, error, anything that is filled will pick up everything. So I hope you know the difference now. Count, count A, count blank. Any? Please type 1 if you have understood this. Okay, great. Next one you have is concatenate. What is concatenate? First name, last name. I want to bring these two names together, join together. So that is called concatenate. Equals CONCATENAT and open a bracket. But every time you don't have to do so much. I'll show you a shortcut. Equals CONC. Bring your cursor to this concatenate, double click. It will automatically select that. Then select Alan, comma, Jones. Close the bracket. Simple. Got both the names together. Same thing. CON and double click. Select Bob, comma Williams. Can you try the remaining three? I'll wait for a minute. Okay, great. Now go to last but one, Max. Can you repeat it? Okay, I'll repeat it. I just said that Muni and Bai is in two different cells. I want to bring it together. How did I do it? Equals CON C. Take your cursor, double click on the second one. Automatically the formula gets activated. Select Muni, comma, select Bai. Close it. Enter. Same thing. CONC. Select Chikni, comma Chameli. Same thing. CONC. Carol, comma Davis. Is this clear? For people who asked me to repeat again. Okay, great.
Sir?
Then you, yeah.
Sir, can you please explain that count thing, the count A1, the previous Excel
Previous
sheet?
one.
Yes, sir.
Count A. The first one you understood, count.
Yes, sir.
Count A, right? Now here I told
Yes.
you numbers, letters, special symbols, anything will count apart from blank. So if you observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things have been filled in 9 cells have something or the other. So that's why we got answer as 9. So if at all I type something like this, if at all I will type special symbols, okay, or this. Okay, I'll keep one blank. Now see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cells have something or the other. That is count A. A for all, something that has been filled. So COUNT A, open the bracket, select this entire thing, close it, 10. Blank will only calculate the blank cell. Right now, which is a blank cell? This one. Only one other. If I make this as a blank, make this also blank. So how many blank cells are there? 3 blank cells. Which cells has numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 cells have numbers. That is what we have calculated here. Any doubt, or you want me to?
No, sir. Thank you.
I'm happy all of you are asking doubts. Please, you can ask me any number of times. That shows that you have the keen interest in learning. It could be a silly doubt. If you don't want to ask in front of the class, you can just message in the this app. I will be able to get back to you. Okay, so just be free to learn. If the first 4 or 5 classes, if you have a block in learning, they're very difficult to complete the program. First 3 classes very important. You have an open mind, learn, repeat, practice, then it becomes easy for you in the coming classes. But if you block yourself for first 3 class, very difficult to relate to it. Okay. Then max and minimum. I think it's a straightforward. What's the maximum marks in English? So it is equals max, open the bracket, select all the English scores, 78, or min means minimum, again from English, 9.6. So max will only work for numbers. Keep that in the mind. History. Maximum marks scored is 97. Minimum is 25. Now you'll have a doubt. So why should I do formulas? I can look at this table and manually tell you who is maximum, who is minimum. I have only shown you, my friends, only small data. But in a real time, you will have huge data. And you can't manually keep on scrolling and check which is maximum, which is minimum. So for that, you need to have automated functions. If you put max, if you put minimum, you will get the numbers. But when you have a data like this, you don't need to do any functions. We can just manually check, oh, 9.6 minimum, oh, 78 maximum. You can do it. But when you have a huge data sets, then these functions will come in handy for you. Then you have referencing. The last thing for the day. Shall I finish this, or you want to continue in the next class? If it is already overheated for you, I don't want to burden you for the first class itself. Majority, if what a majority people say. Okay, I think majority of the people are saying continue and want to finish it off. Yeah, it's the last one. Just 3 minutes time probably. Now there's something called relative referencing, absolute referencing. Now what is relative? What is absolute? Relative, just who are your relatives, right? Your mom, dad, sister, brother, because all are in the same blood family. That is, you just assume in that way. Relative is also same thing. Total revenue, total expenses. What is the net income? Equals 20,000 minus total expenses. Now my friends, for second one again I have to do this minus this. Third turn again I have to do this minus this. Why should I do this every time? Don't you think they're all related and only one formula I have to use for all of it? So why should I keep on doing it again and again? Just do it for once. Take to the edge of the cell, drag it. The formula is already applied on the first cell. So if you drag it down, the formula will apply for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth cell also. And you can just do it. Same thing, I could have done it in sum also, or division, multiplication, same thing. See here, I could have just done 1 equals sum of, because they're all related. Enter. Now take to the edge of the cell, drag it. But if the second cell needed subtraction, third row needed division, that means they're two different families, then you can't. Okay, so that is called as a relative referencing. If the formula to be applied below you is same, then just do the first one, take to the edge of the cell, drag it down, it gets related. So that's called a relative referencing. The last one is absolute referencing. Means it's like one teacher, 100 students, and all the 100 students should learn from the same teacher. I cannot apply 100 teachers for 100 students when you're teaching the same thing. Example, this 47 students are there. I can't have 47 trainers. One faculty for all the 47 students. So all 47 students should hang on me. Means should come on at exactly at 4:30, sit, and I have to train all of you. And you need to wait for others if they're asking any doubts. So that's called as absolute referencing. Okay, so how does it work? Now ICICI Bank amount is 12,000. It is giving 5% discount. Even HDFC is giving 5% discount. So assume that these are all students and all of them are depending upon 5%. So every time I cannot do this equals 12,000 multiplied by 5%. I cannot do this. So 5,600 into 5%, again this 8,900 into 5%. Now I can't do this. I can actually, but it takes a lot of time. As I said, each student, each trainer, I cannot. I want to fix one trainer for everyone. So what I do, carefully observe, 12,000 into 5%. This 5% is where P19, correct? So equals 12,000 into B19. Carefully observe, go to this yellow cell, just select B19, only B19. Function F4. There's a button called FN. Click on function button and press F4, which is on the top. Above number 4, there's something called F4. You get a dollar and dollar, means it is locked. That one faculty is locked for all of them. Enter. Now take to the edge of the cell and drag it. You get the answer for all of it. I'll repeat again. Equals 12,000 multiplied by 5%. But I want that 5% to be locked. Select B19. Function F4. See what happens to B19. You get a dollar dollar. Means it is locked. Enter. Drag to the cell. You get the answer. Okay, it might be a little confusing. It might take time for you to understand practice. Don't worry, I'll share you the recording. Try doing this for the first time and then do all other topics. Okay, just to recap everything what we have learned on the class 1. So we learned sum, product, subtract, division, power, average, lower, upper, power, trim. Okay, and then flash fill, copy cells, extract, max, min, count, count A, count blank, relative and absolute referencing. Anything else? Transpose, sum product,
Concatenate.
thank you, concat. Okay, so these are the things which we have done. Please practice it. Okay, that's what I'll do is I'll share you the recording. First, revisit my explanation again. In case if you have not understood the absolute and relative referencing, I will continue in the next class, and that will be the first thing I will start. Okay, and then we have something filter, sorting, conditional formatting, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, dates. So that's something which more you're going to learn in the tomorrow's class. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow at 4:30. Thank you so much. Please be on time. Hope the attendance will remain the same. Great.
Thank you, sir.